What's up YouTube, Nifty Kuribo here, and today I will be doing another deck profile. And the deck profile I'll be doing for you guys today is Shiranui. Yeah, and Shiranui is a new zombie samurai that just came out in Bosch here. At the time of this upload date, I looked and I believe I'm the first one out with in real life cards doing this video. Except for one that I know of that I've seen, and it's from somebody who speaks in Dutch with French cards. So yeah, you can kind of get the pictures from him, but this one's all in TCG cards, so hopefully you guys will like and enjoy it. And if you do enjoy the video at the end, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome YouTube videos. So I'm going to start off this deck profile, just go right into it, and start off with the monsters here. So as you can see, we run 3 Shiranui Spectral Sword. It's really good. He's a tuner. When he's in the grave, except for the turn he's sent to the grave, he can synchro from the grave, so he's really good. I really like him. Next up, I run 3 Shiranui Spearmaster. Now, I really like this card just because when he's normal summoned, I can special summon another Shiranui monster from my hand or graveyard and banish it when it leaves the field. And when Spirit Master is banished, I can target one face-up card on my opponent's side of the field and destroy it. So yeah, guys, I really enjoy him. Sorry, I'm just talking kind of fast, you know. Don't want this deck profile to take too long. Next up is Samurai. Samurai here is key. I get him out a lot for the combos. Pretty much during either player's turn, I can banish one zombie-type monster from my graveyard. And for that turn, it gains 600 attack. And if it does, banish any monster that battled with that card after damage calculation. Then when he's banished, I can target one Shinryu monster in my graveyard and add it to my hand. So he's really handy. Really enjoy Samurai. Next up, let's just adjust this camera here for you guys. There we go. Next up is Shiranui Smith. I only run him at 2. Just because I never really use his effect. But I'll say it anyways. His effect is if this card's sent to the field to the graveyard for synchro material, you can pretty much add one Shiranui card from my deck to my hand. And I can only use the effect once per turn. If this card's banished, you can activate the effect. And this turn, zombie-type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So it is a good effect. I just never use it. I just don't ever find the need to use it. It's really good to go into my synchros for when I do use him, because he is level 4 as the rest of them. But he's also good if I need to, in emergency, go out into the rank 4 Xyz play. So that's all for the Shiranui monsters. Next up are just some common zombie-type monsters that you need to run in this deck. So Unizombie, you need to run. The Zombie Tuner, once per turn, you can target one face-up on the monster on the field, discard a card, and if you do, increase that target levels by 1, so you can do that. And you can target one face-up monster on the field, and it cannot you can target one face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn, except zombie-type monsters. Also, I send one zombie-type monster from my deck to my graveyard, and if I do, increase the target's level by 1. And I can use both the effects once per turn. So he's really good. I can get him up to a level 5 if I need. I never really do. He's mostly just goes into the level 4, so I can go into the level 8 synchro, which is really good in this deck. So yeah, Unizombie 3. Next up, I run 3 Mizuki. And I really like Mizuki. His effect, pretty much, just you can remove from play this card from your graveyard to special summon one zombie-type monster from your graveyard. To special summon one zombie-type monster from your graveyard. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I really do like Mizuki. It really helps keep the Unizombie alive so I can keep on going into those synchros. So yeah, he's really good. And next up, I run 2 Plague Spreader Zombie. He's just really there for the tuning to get into the level 6 synchros. Besides that, I don't really use him. I'm thinking about taking him down to 1, but right now I like him at 2. Pretty much his effect is, if this card's in your graveyard, you can place one card from your hand on top of the deck and special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's really good. Special summon him out, get another tuner from grave. Really like that. Last up for our monsters, we run 2 Zombie Master. If you don't know what Zombie Master's effect does, he's great in this deck. Once per turn, you can send 1 monster card from your hand to the graveyard, which is good for Shiranui because they have the effects. And then you can special summon 1 level 4 lower zombie type monster from either player's graveyard. That's really good if you run Zombie World. In this deck build currently, I do not run Zombie World. I tried it out. It just didn't really help because I don't have enough cards to make it work how I want it to. So right now I'm just running the field spell of the Shiranui. So yeah guys, that's it for monsters. On to spells. Speaking about field spell cards, we'll start off with the Shiranui's field spell, which is Shiranui Style Synthesis. Let's get that in frame for you guys so you can read it. Shiranui Style Synthesis is really good. Once per turn, if you control no monsters, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to activate one of these effects. And there's 2 effects. Target 1 zombie type monster with 0 defense in your graveyard and special summon it, which is all the Shiranui monsters have 0 defense. And then target one of your banished zombie type monsters with 0 defense. Again, all of your Shiranui monsters. And return it to the graveyard. And you can only activate 1 Shiranui Style Synthesis per turn. It's really good. You get out there. Helps if you have low field presence to increase it. And better set off your combos. So I run him at 3. Next up, I run some staples, pretty much. Just some basic staples. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. You should know what this does if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you're a new player and you're looking at Shiranui, let me just explain. Pretty easy to get a hold of. Target 1 spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. Basic staple in any deck. Run at 3. Run at 3. Next up, I do 2 Dark Holes, just because I like destroying all monsters on the field. Plus, it helps because of the graveyard effects, so I can banish them, get their effects, or Synchro from the grave. Dark Hole's a really good card. It's like a double Regeki, pretty much. I know that sounds silly to say, but it is. So I run 2 Dark Hole. Next up, I run 2 Book of Life. This card is a necessity in here. It's a must run at 3. I only have 2 at the moment, so I'm only running 2. But when I get 3, I'll be running 3. Special summon 1 zombie type monster from your graveyard and remove from play 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard. Really good, especially if you run high-powered monsters. Like, you could run in this deck Red Eye Zombie Dragon. That would work. Really good. Get out the strong monsters to get over higher stuff. So yeah. Must run at 3. I only have 2, so I'm only running it at 2. It's working just fine, but I'd really like it at 3. That's that. And then I run 1 Foolish Burial. Send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. Again, really good. And 1 Burial from the Different Dimension. And this is good just to get all my banished monsters back into my grave to activate their effects again. Target up to 3 of my banished monsters. Return them to the graveyard. Helps quite a bit. So that's it for our spells. Now on to the traps. We don't really run a lot of traps in this deck. We do run 3 Shiranui Styles Swallow Slash. Must have in this deck at 3. Tribute 1 zombie type monster you control. Then target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. Then banish 1 Shiranui monster from your deck. So you get to send cards to the graveyard. Destroy 2 cards, preferably on your opponent's side if you need to. For the most part, unless you need to do your side, which you shouldn't. And banish a Shiranui monster for the banish effect. Really great. Really love this card. So good. Then I run a kind of unique card to this build. Nobody really has seen anybody run this in a build. Shiranui, not in OCG and stuff. At least. And it's Spiritual Fire Art Kurenui. I do this just for the burn advantage. Because it is hard at start in this deck to deal damage and get OTKs off. So tribute 1 fire monster, inflict damage equals that monster's original attack. I run it at 2. Thinking I'd run this guy at 3. But right now I just like it at 2. It's really good, helps with the burn. It has won me quite a few games. So yeah, I run Spiritual Fire Art Kurenui. Kurenai, yeah, I'm bad at Japanese names. So yeah, 2 Kurenui. And last but not least, I run one Mirror Force. Pretty much, again, if you don't know what Mirror Force does, probably a new to the game. So, when an opponent monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Just helps with that back row presence. And I also run one Torrential Tribute. And pretty much, you can only activate this card when a monster is normal summoned, and it doesn't have to be your opponent's. It can be yours as well. Normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned, destroy all monsters in the field. Again, like a dark hole, helps destroy and clear the field. So that's it for my spell traps and monsters. Now I'm going to move on to the extra deck for you guys. Started off with the Synchros. Now, in this deck, I do not have the Psy-Frame Lord Omega. You want Psy-Frame Lord Omega in this deck. Really helps. It's just so expensive right now, and I can't get it just yet, but hopefully in the future I will. So I run 2 Shiranui Shogun Saga. This is the level 8 Synchro. 1 zombie type tuner and one or more non-tuner zombie type monsters. Pretty much, this card's a special summon. You can banish 1 zombie type monster from your graveyard, and it gains attack equal to the banished monster's original attack until the end of the turn. If Shogun Saga is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the grave, you can target one of your banished zombie type monsters with 0 defense, which is all your Shiranuis again, and return to the graveyards. Then you can do like your Spectral Sword, turn it to the grave, use some monsters in your grave and synchro again. Really good. It's 3,000. Also, I go if I absolutely need to. Since he's the beater, you don't do this a lot, but let's say you get one of him out. You attack for 33,000. And then, not for 33,000, my bad. Wow, I'm doing a better recording today. Sorry, guys. 3,000. Then I do my Kurenai, tribute it, 6,000 damage right there. Swing in with the Synchro from the grave. And game. So that's helped me up. I've only been able to pull off that combo like 3 times. But it's really handy. Next up, I run 3 Shiranui Samurai Saga for right now. Until I get the Psy-Frame Lord Omega, I'll take one of these guys out. For right now, I'm just running it at 3. So level 6 Synchro, really good to go with the Spectral Sword right here into 1 zombie type monster, 1 or non. During either player's turn, you can target one of your banished zombie type monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, change the defense position all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to that monster's attack. And then if this card's banished, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, it loses 500 attack. Now you can only special summon one of him once per turn. So yeah, he's really good. I really like him. I go into him a lot. 2,500, pretty strong. Next up, I run 1 Black Rose Dragon. Again, she's a level 7. Really good to go into Unizombie with Unizombie straight out in the level 4 if you need to. And Synchro Summon, destroy all cards on the field. Again, really good, like Black Hole, Dark Hole, Black Hole, you know what I mean. Once per turn, you banish 1 plant-type monster from your grave, then target 1 defense mission. You don't really use a secondary effect since it's, no plants in here. But it is a fire-type monster, so you can tribute it if you need to. 24, 1,800, pretty good. And then last of the Synchros I run is 1 Stardust Spark Dragon. I just really like him because once per turn during either player's turn, I can target 1 face-up card I control, and once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if I have my freaking Shogun Saga out on the field, and I synchro out a Spark Dragon, use Spark Dragon's effect, protect Shogun Saga, swing, right there, tribute, game. Really good. Next up are my Xyz, and you run pretty much generic rank 4s. Castel, need to run. I'll read this effect. What the hey? You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field, change it to face-down defense position. You can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card, then target 1 other face-up card on the field, and shuffle it into the deck. You can only use 1 of Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer's effects per turn, only once that turn. That's Castel. Run 1 number 101 Silent Honor arc just to get over those special summon monsters like towers and all that, which has been banned, but Raid Raptors will be coming out, so that will be so much fun. Yeah. Then we'll have one Gagaga Cowboy. Really good for attack position. If he's in attack position, opponent's monster this turn gains 1,000. If this card attacks an opponent's monster this turn, it gains 1,000 attack. Also, the opponent's monster loses 500 attack during the damage step only. And if he's in defense position, he inflicts 800 damage. So he's really good. Next up, I run one Abyss Dweller. Really good. Pretty much once per turn during either player's turn, you detach Xyz material from this card, and any card effects activated in your opponent's graveyard cannot be activated this turn. It's really good. Use him just in case. Then last but not least, I'm running a Utopia right now until I find a replacement. Just because Utopia, 2,500, 2 level 4s, and I can detach one to negate the attack, which I find really handy. And yeah, well, it has no synchro materials on it. It destroys, but still, it helps negate attacks and protect for a bit. So, yeah, guys, that is my Shiranui deck profile. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Wow, it's early. Sorry, guys, early in the morning. You know how it is. Brain's not working properly. Anyways, I will be doing a giveaway starting beginning of, let's see here. Yeah, January 21st, let's say, I'll start it. And yeah, what I'm doing is I'm doing a whole bunch of sleeve giveaways. 240 sleeves unopened will be given away. And brand new in packs, Pro Mat. And also I'll be giving away some holos with it. So make sure you check out my Instagram, Nifty Karibo. No spaces, all lowercase for that. I'll be doing updates on there. And yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Leave comments down below if you think of any improvements for this deck. I'd love to hear it. And peace out, boys.